You said in the book that someone's 6 times more likely to make a deal with someone if they like that person.
Likeable is a huge, you don't have to change your position.
Isn't that crazy?
You get a lot more by being likable.
I mean, that's crazy. I mean, it's a crazy thing to know it's that much, because technically you'd think that him would be thinking about a deal for the country, for the next 100 years, maybe even for economics. But the last thing he'd be thinking of is a personal relationship with Trump, because the max that'll be is 6 years. And yet it has such a bearing because we're emotional creatures, right?
Right.
That's why you're still in business, because you're teaching people how to tap into that, right?
Yeah.
We're an analytic society, we know the numbers work, but when
Right.
it comes to negotiations, that goes out the window.
Well, emotions come in the window.
Okay.
And how our brain reacts. And see, the other thing about being likable that's a strategic advantage is you're also up to 31% smarter in a positive frame of mind. So if I'm likable, you're going to be in a better mood. And not only will you think of better ideas in our negotiation, you'll also be more inclined to put them on the table for me because you were smarter and you like me.
So I'll be smarter because I'm in a better mood.
Deal. What's that?
I'll be smarter because I'm in a better mood.
Will, if I smile at you,
Okay. So
I hit your mirror neurons. It's an involuntary response. There's a chemical change in your brain, and your brain capacity actually increases.
it just worked when you smiled at me. All right, so you're seeing some things now. The fascinating thing is when they finished, and you talk about this in the book as well, these concept of unknown unknowns. So when people go into a deal together and say it's something that's ultra simple, like I'm going to buy something at a store and the price is this and the product is this, and you think there's nothing else to negotiate about, when in fact there's all of this unknown territory that people can cut deals here and there, and people can walk out extremely satisfied even if they paid double, or extremely unsatisfied even if they sold the product. Kim wants to go back and said, I did this, and Trump wants to go back and I did this. But talk to me about this concept of these unknown unknowns, because they're motivated by different things, right?
Right. Well, and it's really the unknown unknowns are the overlap of the unknowns. Now, what the hell am I talking about when I say that? Yeah. You're hiding cards. Every negotiation, I walk to the table, I get stuff I'm not telling you.
Every negotiation.
Every negotiation.
Even with me and my kid trying to get him to go to bed.
Right.
Right.
Right. There's stuff that you're thinking about that's valuable to you.
Right. And same with him, the kid.
Everybody. Yeah.
Right. So I'm thinking that the last thing I want him to do is bang his head on the ground until it bleeds. So he's got a card on me. And then maybe he's thinking, if Dad could just let me watch the movie and go to bed, then I'd be happy to go to bed. And so we both have these maybe unknown areas, I don't know if I'm explaining that right, where if we knew that, we might be able to have power over one another or come to a better deal.
Well, you're always thinking about what's coming in the future, too.
Okay.
Like, you want your kid to go to bed because you want your kid to study, you want your kid to be healthy, maybe you want your kid to play sports. Maybe you have a vision for where your kid's life is going. Your kid's got another vision, but there's stuff in there there's an overlap of a kid likes sports. Kid wants to be happy. Kid wants things. Maybe the kid wants things in his life that he's already thinking about. As a little kid, he's imagined being an astronaut. Who knows what's in their head? But you want to know what's in their head because everybody's got something where they feel their life is going. What's the future look like? What do I hope for? What do I want to have fun doing?
Okay, so you play about future expectations for both parties.
And then we work our way back.
Okay, not necessarily the present kind of short-term wins. You're talking about kind of the future.
Yeah, why do you want your kid to get a good night's sleep?
Yeah, I guess it is.
Because how it affects how it affects this week, how it affects their schoolwork, how it affects their life, how it affects how they interact with the other kids, how they socialize. I mean, you're always thinking about where's this going, what's going to happen, how is my future being built, whether it's you or your kid.
Okay, so knowing that, when I go into a negotiation with anybody, how can I maximize that knowledge, whether it's about me or the other person involved?
I'm gonna try to tease out what's in your head about your future.
Okay.
And then I need to know what you see in your head and where you see things are going. Okay. And I can't change that until I know what it is. And we've always got an overly negative view because that's the way we're wired. We can't help ourselves. And Daniel Kahneman won the Nobel Peace Prize in behavioral economics for pointing this out to the world.